what's going on everyone, and welcome to the RC Retro channel. Look at what finally arrived! The Tamiya Wild One Blockhead Motor Edition. It's about time, right? I am super excited for this one. I was getting very impatient, waiting for it to arrive. I needed to get my hands on this, and I'm really looking forward to the build. I'm a huge fan of the Wild One. This is my original one right over here. But when I saw that Tamiya was coming out with this one, with the livery on it, the blockhead stickering, the badging on here, and the blue coloring, and all the chrome-dipped metal-plated parts on here, it just took it to the next level for me. I love the Wild One, probably because it has a more realistic look to it as far as a buggy. And glad I got my hands on one of these. Finally, it took so long with all the shipping delays. Now, just so you have an idea, you know, Tamiya put out a lot of new kits this past year, and one of which that I was really excited about was the Top Force Evo. Now, why am I showing you this? Not just to say, hey, I have it on the channel, but because I was really looking forward to this, and then, well, found out it was really just a Top Force that was dressed up to look like the original Top Force Evolution, minus all the bits and pieces that came with the original Evolution. So I kind of got this and just put it on the shelf and said, I'm going to build it another day, and it's been sitting since. But a couple months later, when Tamiya released this took it to the next level for me. I was really excited about this. You can probably tell, wow, he's really excited because I've said it about 5 times already. Yes, so let's get building, okay? We're going to do a little bit of an overview of the build, just talking about the highlights, some of the things I found interesting, and then of course we're going to get it out for some action footage, because that's what we do here. We run it. We're going to get it dirty, we're going to hit the RC Retro ramp and have some fun, all right? So enjoy the rest of the video. So at the beginning of the build, you're cutting out some stickers for the chassis, so this way it matches the body. All you gotta do is make sure you cut carefully, and the sticker is gonna fit perfectly. Now, some people have mentioned that they wish that the chassis was blue, just like Tamiya is doing for the Super Avante when they're releasing the yellow chassis, but I'm good with this just as is. Don't get me wrong, if they ever did release a blue chassis, I'd probably get one and swap it out, but I'm good with this for right now. Next, we're building the lights, and you have your choice of going with round or square. I'm going with the round ones, just like the box art has it. And when you cut these out, you got to make sure that you peel off the protective coating film on them, kind of like a contact lens. And then from there, you put the whole light together, and then you put your sticker on. Some people have said that they forgot to pull off the protective film and then put their sticker on, and it kind of ruins it. So don't forget to pull off the protective film. And step number 6 is where we start to see some of the aluminum chrome plated parts show up. This is also the bumper. I'm not going one of those fancy schmancy bumpers that cost $40 to $50. I'm just going to go with the plastic one that is supplied with the kit, because I'm going to be hitting a lot of stuff probably. So we're just going to leave it at that. And I don't think the black one looks that bad, so we're going to go with it. Now we're going to be attaching the front arms, which are also that nice chrome aluminum. They really make the car stand out. Gives it a really nice finished look. Look at how well I screw stuff on. Got great hands. My wife says I have magic hands. I just like to have clean hands. Guys, if you're doing RC car videos, you want to make sure your hands look clean. That's a pet peeve of mine. Got to have clean fingernails. That's all I'm saying about that. Anyways, continue to screw stuff on. Awesome. Let's continue with the build. Here's a quick fact about the shocks. The re-release shocks and the Blockhead shocks are different than the original. Also, here's a tip. When it comes to putting your shocks together, more so for the rear, keep it clean. When you're putting the oil in, and I know it spills over on the sides, make sure you clean it up right away and don't get it on the shock cylinder, because you're going to have to put a sticker on there, and if it's oily, that sticker will not stick. Also, as far as the shock oil, you're going to use the red Tamiya damper oil in the front, which is 200, and in the rear, you're going to use the ever so popular yellow Tamiya damper oil, which is 400 weight. Next, we're going to attach the rear suspension shafts and some of those other chrome and aluminum pieces, and then we're going to put the roll cage on. Now, here's my question for the roll cage. It does look awesome, but why isn't it in the same finish as the other chrome and aluminum pieces? On to building the gearbox, which also has that nice chrome-plated finishing on it. There is your differential, which has metal bevel gears, which I don't understand why Tamiya sometimes uses plastic bevel gears in some kits and then metal in others, but this one does have metal, and it has a counter gear there, and that all gets sandwiched together in the gearbox and attaches the rear of the roll cage. The rear of the Wild One has a trailing arm design and also has rubber boots that go over the rear axles that prevent dirt and grime from getting in. When you're doing your rear boots, make sure you measure twice and cut once, or else your boots ain't gonna fit. Something that's pretty cool is they give you 2 pinion gears, an 18 tooth and a 15 tooth for your silver can motor that comes with the kit. If you want a little bit more top end speed, you go with your 18 tooth pinion gear. If you want something that's a little bit more torquey and has some punch coming out of corners or a little bit more zippy, you go with your 15 tooth pinion gear. Another nice feature of this kit that was a pleasant surprise that it came with a Hobbywing 1060 ESC instead of the Tamiya one. Not a fan of the Tamiya one, but a big fan of the 1060s because they are easy to use, plug and play, and are simple. And now the part of the build that's the most fun, the stickering. And yes, the dreaded sticker, the white stripe that goes down the hood of the car that everyone's talking about online. Don't worry, it's not as hard as you think. Just cut it out, line it up, and take your time. If you want, use a heat gun to assist you with laying it down, but just remember, take your time. Something I like as somebody who doesn't like to paint, believe it or not, the body comes pre-cut, pre-painted, so all you gotta do is put the stickers for the seatbelt and the helmet on and paint the mask and the face. And well, I don't do eyes, so my guy is driving with his eyes closed, kind of like how I drive on the track. One of the 2 nice finishing details of this buggy are the number plates that are yellow that really complements the blue body. And the manual calls for you to put the screw through the plate first and then the sticker on top of it to cover the screw, but I did the opposite because what happens if I ever want to take these plates off? I need the screw that's easily accessible, so I did the opposite. Also, we have the netting, which gives it a very detailed and realistic look when you put the driver in there. I like that. That was a nice finishing touch. And finally, we have the wheels. Now remember, this kit does not include ball bearings, so you'll have to supply those on your own. And if you use the plastic ones that come with this kit, shame on you because ball bearings are your #1 upgrade. Well, this build is officially a wrap, and I have to say the Tamiya Wild One Blockhead Edition definitely did not disappoint. It was a great kit to put together. I really enjoyed myself, and it looks absolutely amazing. Now, this is a kit that you're considering. I highly recommend you get your hands on one of these before they are non-existent. Even right now, they're really hard to come by. They're on back order. Mine was on back order. It took me a while to get compared to everybody else, but if you could still place an order and get one, do so. It's an absolutely amazing looking buggy. However, we're not going to go any further than this. No running footage? No, unfortunately, the last week and a half has been raining on and off, capped off by our first snowfall of the season, and well, the Port Royal Raceway is in no shape for RC racing whatsoever. So hopefully, when the snow melts and we get a couple dry days, I'll get this out to a baseball field and do a little freestyle action, hit the RC retro ramp, send it flying through the air, and get some really cool footage for you and put that video out. But as far as this video, I didn't want to delay it any longer than it has to be, so I hope you enjoyed my commentary, my feedback as far as the build, and of course, I apologize again, and I will get you guys some action footage. And also, when the Port Royal Raceway thaws out and dries, I'll get some action footage of this also on the Port Royal Raceway, ripping it up out there as well. All right, well, that's about it for me, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for your support, and again, I apologize. We'll get you some action footage, promise. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.